So surely this riff has got to be surely in the top 5, if not top 10 best guitar riffs of all time. And I don't know why it's not talked about more. Paperback Writer, what a riff. It's such an amazing riff, and it's played over 2 chords. It's a Paul McCartney, I think more Paul McCartney song, obviously credited to Lennon and McCartney, but it's such a genius pop song in so many ways. The fact that it's just 2 chords and the melody line in the song is just spectacular. But that riff is amazing, absolutely amazing. Now the song, like I mentioned, has got 2 chords. You've got a G chord and you've got a C chord. That's it. So the whole of that verse, it's just G, right? And then when it goes to the chorus, the paperback right there, and it goes around it. So just 2 chords. Name me another song. Now they're out there, of course, but name me another amazing pop rock and roll song which has just got 2 chords, predominantly 1. All that melody line on a G chord. And then you've got this fantastic riff. I should say, I did want to get like a backing track and play over it, but I thought the YouTube police might come down on me, so that's why I'm just doing it just guitar, right? But that's all you need, because the riff is amazing itself. So, theoretically, just so I can give something to you here, what's going on here is you can look at it that he's just using a good old power chord. You know, G. And that's how he might have thought, you know, kind of jumping between power chord and stuff. But the notes we're using are G, a C, a D, an F, and a G. Now the reason why I just exaggerated the F, because we're playing a G major chord for the verse, and in the key of G there's an F sharp. Doesn't sound quite as menacing, all right? So this is a Mixolydian scale we're going to use here, which is basically G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. A Mixolydian scale is a major scale with a flat 7. Now, I very much doubt, I'm going to assume it's Paul McCartney who is playing the riff and came up with the riff. I very much doubt Paul was like, let's do a riff here in the Mixolydian scale. I doubt he was thinking that, all right? Or if he even knew what a Mixolydian scale was. But he went with his ear, which is what it's all about. If it sounds good, it's good. If it sounds shit, it's shit. So we're starting off on a G, and then he's hammering on C to D, and then getting that root note G. So there is the power chord. Alright? Then he's back to the G, low G note on the 6th string there, using that as like a pedal. And then he's hitting that flat 7, the F. Then he's got a C, hammering on to D, and then playing the F again. So you can, even though I'm playing that F, which you could, you know, is in G minor pentatonic, if you will, it works great over that G major chord because we're using it as a mixolydian. Another way of looking at it is basically it's a C major scale and G is the root note. That's another way you can look at it. Because mixolydian is the 5th mode of the major scale, and if you're in the key of C, C, D, E, F, G, that would be the 5th mode. It's a big thing, modes. Sorry to be pluggy. There is a lesson on my website if you want to check out a mode lesson. Whenever I teach, I like to do it as simple and as layman terms as you can. There's enough things in this world being complicated. Never mind trying to learn stuff on the guitar. So I try and skip out the fat, trim off the fat, I should say, and just get everything to the point. But yeah, so that's what's going on here with this amazing riff. And you know, in the top 10 riffs of all time, you get, you know, Smoke on the Water and Sweet Child of Mine, Layla, Whole Lot of Love, even modern, well I say modern, it's over 20 years old now, but White Stripes, Seven Nation Army, all amazing riffs. But, you know, the fact that this, you know, considering this is 1965, correct me if I'm wrong, this riff came out, this song came out, you know, if a modern band came out with today, or put a bit more heat on it, like, you know what I mean? This is a riff which is well over 50 years old, like a lot of the great riffs are, to be honest, but I just don't think it gets talked about enough. And I recently did a video with my lover Paul McCartney, talking about the Wings song Live and Let Die and the amazing chords in it. Well, Macca, you're on Mike Bradley's YouTube channel again. You know, all the things you've done, this is it. This is where it's at. But no, seriously, have a listen to the song again if it's been a while since you've heard it, and just appreciate that amazing riff and the great bass line going on in it as well. It's like they really just boosted the bass up in that song. I forget, when Paperback write a B single? There was like a double A side. I want to say Rain might have been on the other side. Sorry, my factual knowledge of Beatles is going out of my head, but you know, it's such an amazing riff, doesn't get shouted about enough, so I wanted to shout it out to you. All right, so get it down. When you're next at a jam night or a rehearsal with your mates, or just playing at home, crank it up and yeah, get your Beatles on, because you can never have enough Beatles in your life. Anyway, I've been Mike Bradley, you've been new. Hope you enjoyed this. If you don't already, subscribe, like, all that kind of stuff. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care, lots of love. Bye! Faded away.